Good morning. This is PJ here in my office. It is Thursday, March 24th, 2022. We have our 3 daily lectionary readings. Psalm 32 is our psalm reading, a new psalm because we're looking ahead to Sunday. Our Old Testament reading is Joshua chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. And our New Testament reading is from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16, and it sneaks through chapter 5, verse 5. Let us listen in. Psalm 32. Count yourself lucky. How happy you must be. You get a fresh start. Your slate's wiped clean. Count yourself lucky. God holds nothing against you, and you're holding nothing back from him. When I kept it all aside, my bones turned to powder. My words became day-long groans. The pressure never lets up. All the juices of my life dried up. Then I let it all out. I said, I'll come clean about my failures to God. Suddenly, the pressure was gone. My guilt dissolved. My sin disappeared. These things add up. Every one of us needs to pray. When all hell breaks loose and the dam bursts, we'll be on high ground, untouched. God's my island hideaway, keeping danger far from the shore. Throws garland of hosannas around my neck. Let me give you some good advice. I'm looking you in the eye and giving it to you straight. Don't be ornery like a horse or a mule that needs a bit and a bridle to stay on track. God defiers are always in trouble. God affirmers find themselves loved every time they turn around. Celebrate God. Sing together. Everyone, all you honest hearts, raise the roof. Joshua chapter 4, verses 1 through 13 is our Old Testament reading. Let us listen in. When the whole nation was finally across, God spoke to Joshua. Select 12 men from the people, a man from each tribe, and tell them, from right here, the middle of the Jordan, where the feet of the priests are standing firm, take 12 stones, carry them across with you, and set them down in the place where you camp tonight. Joshua called out the 12 men whom he had selected from the people of Israel, one man from each tribe. Joshua directed them, cross to the middle of the Jordan, and take your place in front of the chest of God, your God. Each of you heft a stone to your shoulder, a stone for each of the tribes of the people of Israel, so you'll have something later to mark the occasion. When your children ask you, what are these stones to you? You'll say, the flow of the Jordan was stopped in front of the chest of the covenant of God as it crossed the Jordan. Stopped it in its tracks. These stones are a permanent memorial for the people of Israel. The people of Israel did exactly as Joshua commanded. They took the 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, a stone for each of the 12 tribes, just as God had instructed them, carried them across with them to the camp, and set them down there. Joshua set up the 12 stones taken from the middle of the Jordan that had been marked the place where the priest who carried the chest of the covenant had stood. They are still there today. The priest carrying the chest continued standing in the middle of the Jordan until everything God had instructed Joshua to tell the people to do was done, confirming what Moses had instructed Joshua. The people crossed. No one dawdled. When the crossing of all people were complete, they watched as the chest of the covenant and the priest crossed over. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh had crossed over in battle formation in front of the people of Israel, obedient to Moses' instructions. All told, about 40,000 armed soldiers crossed over before God to the plains of Jericho, ready for battle. Our New Testament reading today comes from the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 16. And then it goes through chapter 5, verse 5. Listen in to the message. So we're not giving up. How could we? Even though on the outside it often looks like things are falling apart on us. On the inside, where God is making new life. Not a day goes by without His unfolding grace. These hard times are small potatoes compared to the coming good times, the lavish celebration prepared for us. There's far more here than meets the eye. The things we see now are here today, but gone tomorrow. But the things we can't see now will last forever. For instance, we know that when these bodies of ours are taken down like tents and folded away, that they will be replaced by the resurrection body in heaven. God made, not handmade, and we'll never have to relocate our tents again. Sometimes we can hardly wait to move, and so we cry out in frustration. Compared to what's coming, living conditions around here seem like a stopover in an unfurnished shack, and we're tired of it. We've been given a glimpse of the real thing, our true home, our resurrected bodies. The Spirit of God whets our appetite by giving us a taste of what's ahead. He puts a little heaven in our hearts so that we'll never settle for less. And here ends our readings for the day. Have a beautiful day.